No, we need to be more excited.
Hi!
Hi!
I thought I was excited. I haven't had my
morning.
coffee this morning, okay?
Alrighty, there is our ferry to take us to the South Island. Our time on the North Island is coming to an end. So there are certain times in traveling with kids where it just doesn't work. I really, really hope that I have done this place justice. This is such a cool spot. I'm Chris.
I'm Alex. This is Hartley. And this is Colson.
We have traded the typical American dream for our dream.
To teach our boys about the world and live life on our terms. Subscribe and welcome to our adventure.
Amazing. That's about what I have to say about this morning. It was amazing. Walking along the beach back to the trailer. Alex and the boys should be awake by now. So far, Kihei has been awesome. I would highly, highly recommend this stop. The beach is beautiful. The scenery, I mean, just amazing. There's kayak tours, there's boat tours, there's all sorts of stuff. So other than that, so far, New Zealand camper van ness has been amazing. Absolutely outstanding, as everyone has said. I don't think anyone has come to New Zealand and been like, meh, I want to go home. Because I sure don't. You can see behind us, it is getting pretty cloudy and rainy. We'd love to stay here longer. This place is outstanding, but given the rain, I think we're gonna pack it up and head for a drive.
You want to go swim?
Well, it is officially raining outside. We just stopped at the waterfall. It was awesome. Alex went swimming in the inner tube. I gotta go back and grab a couple more things. But needless to say, you know what? It's raining, it's warm, it's actually really nice out. Okay, well, nothing like ending a day at some hot springs that is at the base of a big hill. We are taking these guys in to go swimming in a hot springs. Super excited. It is definitely salty.
Yeah.
So one thing I was not expecting about this place is the water is fairly salty.
Really salty.
That is rather ominous right there. I'm hoping that there's no lightning and that we don't get... They're looking at it. Oh yeah.
Today the van is a little messy. We got rained on.
Yeah, actually
almost all day.
It is still raining. It's actually pretty gross out. Although earlier today, as you saw, we were at waterfalls and it was beautiful while it was raining.
It was.
It's still raining.
That's okay. We've been kind of swimming in wet all day anyways. It's just...
And the North Island up here is desperate for water. So this rain is a really, really good thing. And I think tomorrow it's supposed to clear up a little bit. We're in a fun little town. And this beautiful girl is making dinner.
Yay!
What are we having?
We are going to have curry.
Ooh, that's fancier than ramen.
The boys are having noodles and hot dogs.
Steaming it up in here. Okay, well, New Zealand Adventure Day 4, I believe it is. We are currently doing this, getting some work done. Boys are playing in the playground. This morning they were a little cooped up in the rig, so we opted to drive to the playground. So as much as we want to be off adventuring every day possible here in New Zealand, this is a very realistic this is a very realistic representation of how life goes here. We're playground, getting some stuff done, getting some energy out of these guys, because long drives, it gets tough. Okay, so after a day of driving around and wasting a bunch of time, but also with a few mild successes scattered around, we are at what looks like a really cool spot that is sort of on the locals only radar map. It's called Kerosene Creek, and it's a hot springs outside of Rotorua. And we've had 2 different locals say, oh, you guys need to go here and check it out. So we had to wake up Sleepy Magoo here in my arms, but we are gonna go soak in some hot springs that are in a river. Looks really cool. Hartley, look at this.
Hey dude, it's pretty awesome.
Is it nice and warm? This is really cool. It's amazing how perfectly warm the water is. It's really warm, but it's not like too hot.
Okay, can you have some?
Yeah? Oh boy. It just got deep right there.
Pretend that I never saw those fields.
Woo!
Hi!
Hey boys, did you guys have fun at Kerosene Creek?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Did you guys like swimming in the pools?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are some days that just don't work as well as you would hope. Mostly due to the boy and his brother that are sitting on my shoulders. We woke up this morning, everything was fine. We kept driving to our glowworm cave that we're going to check out. I'll fill you in on that in a little bit. And they have been nothing but crabby little cranky. So, not everything doing a road trip like this is joyous and fun. We did some research, and as you guys probably know, there are glowworms that live in caves all over New Zealand. There are a lot of different caves that you can go to, some of which you have to pay, and there are some that you don't have to pay. They're just free access, and we are at one of those. I will get the name in a little bit. It's near the town of Apathy, I believe. Probably pronounced that horribly. But anyways, it is... Apparently the cave is shaped such that you can see the glowworms during the daytime as well. So we are the only ones here. It's a very small parking lot. I think this is kind of off the beaten track, not super touristy. This is really cool. Jungle. That's awesome. We just walked across this sketchy, like narrow concrete thing, and there's a like 2-foot wide bridge right there. Whoopsies. For the most part, the trail is pretty well marked and well managed. This is apparently on private land. There is a sign up at the beginning of the trail that says, please respect private land. It's something with like a land trust where they allow people in here. So basically you gotta stay on the trail to get to the caves. This is so cool. Would have been nice to know that you needed or should bring sandals or chacos or something to walk in the water, and possibly a raincoat because these walls are just dripping with moisture. Glowworms or no glowworms, this is way cool.
Welcome to New Zealand.
So there are certain times in traveling with kids where it just doesn't work. What's that?
I'm kind of glad we didn't come here at night.
This would have definitely been a little treacherous at night. This is a spot, if you're gonna come here at night, come here in the daytime first, and then come back down once it gets dark so you know what you're getting yourself into, because it is definitely a little bit of an adventure. I have a feeling this is probably gonna be one of our more enjoyable hikes. Children.
It's gonna be a prettier hike.
This is probably going to be one of the most amazing hikes that we will have done, like totally off the beaten path. I have a feeling very few people know about this place. It is so cool, so pretty. But these guys just...
We like to remind everybody, with all the uncharted places we go that are off the beaten path, please leave it better than you found it. Pick up your trash, pack it in, pack it out, pack more out.
That is very true. This is actually one of the few spots that we have been to date. This has been just footprints. I have not seen a single piece of trash that we have found yet. I think up near the van there may have been one or two.
This is the first place. This
down
is the
here,
first place I've ever seen.
Down here in the creek bed, where the caves are, there hasn't been anything, which has been really nice because a lot of the places we've gone have had trash floating around.
Don't do it, people.
Alright, I really, really hope that I have done this place justice as far as being able to show you guys what it looks like, because glowworms or not, this is such a cool spot. It is like an utterly different world. Here's the top of the trail. It is hot and sunny, and there's even different plants up here versus 150 feet down there. It is so cool. A little disappointed that we didn't see glowworms, because I saw one review where it says you could see them during the daytime. But you know what? That was absolutely amazing. Here it is. Limestone Creek Reserve Glowworm Caves. That is where we are. Like I said, not a popular spot. This is the parking lot. There's room for maybe 2 vehicles at best. So if for some reason a whole bunch of you happen to see this, please be respectful of where it is. It is on private land, and it is... You okay? So we are off, we are headed south, we are on our way to Wellington. Hopefully we can make the crossing to the South Island today. We have been stopping at a lot of cool spots, but it is now up for like 3 or 4 hours of driving to get to where we're going so we can cross the channel. You guys ready for a big boat ride today? Ferry to take us to the South Island. Our time on the North Island is coming to an end. We are here in Wellington. We are driving onto that ferry with our awesome van, headed down to spend the next 2 weeks in the South Island. North Island was a little bit short just because there's like a few really cool things in the North Island to do, but the vast majority of everything that we wanted to do and see was down south. So we didn't spend as much time up here as we really wanted to, but you know what? Honestly, the time that we spent here was awesome, albeit it was a lot of driving with a few really good stops in between. So now we are gonna go jump onto that thing. So glad that this is on the boat, to say the least. Even if it means that he is watching TV. We have three and a half hours on this thing. It is much needed after their little, it's been a rough day today with the boys, not gonna lie. Our cave through the jungle to try and find glowworms was amazing. But it has been a long, rough day with them. Both of them have been incredibly crabby, incredibly whiny. It's been very trying on both Alex and I's patience for kind of enjoying the trip. The driving and that stuff isn't a big deal. Like, we live in an RV, but they're used to traveling. It's not that. They're both just like... Anyways. On to better stuff. Like a boat ride, and Alex is getting sushi and wine. So, it's all good. I was about to say we're officially on the South Island, but we're not. We're still in the boat. Got a little ways to go. Woo, here we go. Okay, well, we are doing dinner. The boys are ecstatic, throwing rocks into the ocean. So far, the van has been amazing. We are on the South Island. This is our first night here. We are not spending the night here. We are headed out towards Abel Tasman National Park. However, that is a bit of a drive, and we probably will not make it tonight, so hopefully we can get there tomorrow morning and spend a day. We're not totally sure before we head south. We've had a couple recommendations to head to Abel Tasman National Park. Ran into a couple locals. They said definitely go that way. The place is amazing. So that is the direction that we're headed. My lovely wife over here is making dinner.
Hey, do we want to set up a table and eat outside?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.